Managing a small team or business comes with a unique set of challenges. With limited resources and manpower, it's easy for things to feel chaotic and out of your control. How can you, as a leader, accomplish your goals while keeping your team engaged, effective, and accountable? This podcast will give you practical strategies you can implement now to lead your team or business to reach its fullest potential. Welcome to the Organizing Chaos podcast with your host, Danny Coleman.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Thanks so much for tuning in to this week's episode of Organizing Chaos. I'm your host, Danny Coleman, and I just want to hit on a brief topic today. I was working with a client just recently. We're kind of in the beginning phases of our work together, and in those beginning phases, a lot of what I do, I touch on what they need to be delegating, so what they need to be getting off of their plate. What are the owners or the team managers, what are the things that they aren't uniquely qualified to do? It's something that somebody else can do. And so those are the things that you should get off your plate, which then allow you to go on and do the things that only you are uniquely qualified to do. So delegation guilt is kind of what the term I came up with. I don't know if it's unique or not. But one of my clients, as I mentioned, she was talking about like, well, I just kind of feel guilty about having people do things for me. And I thought about that. I was like, that's interesting, because I do know what that feels like. There is like this sort of feeling of like, well, I shouldn't pass this off because this person's going to be like, well, why do they give me this? And we don't know that's the case. We don't know that that's how someone might feel until you talk with them about it. And so fight delegation guilt by simply having the conversation with someone to see whether or not they'd be interested in taking on that work that you're needing to get off your plate. And I told her to think about it like this. As a manager or as a business owner, and more so as a business owner, you're creating jobs. And so your purpose in life should be to create, well, not your whole purpose in life, but you get what I'm saying. You should look at what you do as very important work, because you're creating work for other people. You're creating jobs for other people to have a sense of purpose in their life and to be able to accomplish the goals that they want to accomplish. And so to start off with, like this guilt, it keeps a lot of people from moving forwards and getting things off their plate, which again, it's a good thing. When you get that stuff off your plate, you're creating more work for other people. That gives them a sense of purpose. It gives them a way to make money for their families or their personal goals and desires, and it allows you to focus more on the things that only you are uniquely qualified to do, which includes creating more jobs and creating work for people and leading people. That's what you're supposed to be doing. So anyways, that's all I really had to say. I hope that this has been something that you can, maybe it resonates with you, just like that guilt, delegation guilt. And so my takeaway for today is just going to be this. If there's that thing that you've been thinking about having someone else do, whether it's a member of your team or you feel like you need to hire somebody, go ahead and have that conversation. Go ahead and talk to that person you plan on delegating to, or find that person you plan on delegating to, and see what their reaction is to the work that you need them to do. Just ask them genuinely, and give me some feedback on whether or not you'd be interested in doing this, because I'd like to get it off my plate so that I can do more of X, Y, Z. So have that conversation, do it, get that stuff off your plate, delegate and elevate. And again, thanks for tuning in to this short episode of Organizing Chaos. Be sure to comment, share, like, subscribe, email me, and if you would, please leave a review. All of those things are fantastic activities that you can do for me, and it'll help me get my message out there. And I'd love to hear your feedback. What do you guys face when you're trying to get stuff off your plate? Do you feel the sense of delegation guilt? I'd like to know. Let me know in the comment section. And again, just leave me feedback in general for other topics you'd like to hear me talk on. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a good one.
Want more? Go to DannyColeman.me to download Danny's free small business hiring guide, which includes tips, templates, and tools, plus a step-by-step process you can use to find and keep high-quality employees for your small team or business.